I think. I think.
I think we are live. Hey everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. Welcome to episode 10 of It's Never Sunny in Duskvol, a Blades in the Dark role-playing game series. Yeah,
Why
campaign.
is
Yay,
Wreckage here
Blades.
again?
Yeah, and hey, look, surprise. We have another guest here today. Wreckage has joined us once again. He has entered our game.
I'm taking over this channel.
You
It's
are
mine now.
slowly, yeah, Wreckage will just eventually consume me and he'll then become Eric. It's sort of like a Highlander situation.
Oh man, it'd be a huge upgrade in hair.
Ooh. Oh.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so
Eric's hair is always on point.
you say that, and then I think there's something about GMs and hair is a thing, or like facial hair or hair. You have to have some sort of unique thing, right? Like Matt
I
Mercer
don't.
has
I
good
super
hair.
don't.
Stephen Lumpkin is the epitome of hair,
Oh my
right?
god, his
And
hair,
beard,
right?
Are you
right?
telling
Hair
me that
and
I
beard
shouldn't be a
and
GM?
GMing, right? So there's something I think to say about
It's just wreckage while you're sitting in the GM corner,
yeah.
your hair looks better
Oh,
just because
no,
of
I
that.
mean, Adam's got that beard. There's something, and the pink hair. Like, there's something about hair and GMing. Um, I mean,
That's why I'm wearing a hat, is because I don't want to distract from your GMing with my amazing hair.
I think once Trist realizes that she needs to grow a beard, I think that should just be above everybody. But anyways, yeah. So hey, welcome. We're playing some Blades in the Dark. Some. So yeah. Who wants to do our? Let's do our intros real quick, and then let's go into previously on, and then jump from there and into the game, right? So this will be fun. So I'll start. I'm Eric. I'm the GM. I'm the game master of this game. My responsibilities as a GM for Blades is that I'm supposed to be a fan of the players. I'm supposed to bring Doskvol to life, and I'm supposed to fill their game with challenges and problems and play to see what happens. That's my agenda, and that's what I'll try to do to you, you three. So let's just go around the horn because let's go on clockwise rotation because this game is a game about clocks. So let's do that as always. So Jewel, go ahead. Kelsa, what's up?
Hello, I'm Kelsa. I will be playing Jewel. In this game. I play Hound, which is someone who is a scoundrel that relies on hunting and like distant shots. And me and my good hunting pet, Mr. Bubbles, the monkey. We are kind of the enforcers of this gang. So that's me.
Yeah. You are like the vicious enforcer based on
Oh
what we've
yeah,
seen.
vicious
Yeah.
indeed.
Cool. As we'll hear in a little bit with our previously on, but let's keep going. Paul, Liefington.
Yeah, I'm Paul. I'm Liefington on the internet. I'll be playing Seer the Leech, who is an alchemist and general agent of chaos for the party, uh, as he enjoys getting blown up, uh, taking too many drugs, and not understanding what's going on.
And now you can add being kidnapped to the list of things that
Yeah,
you've ended up happening.
yeah, yeah.
One
I
day,
just
one day.
wanted to hand out some flyers, Eric.
Yeah. So and last, our special guest here today, returning for another cameo appearance by popular demand. It's Wreckage.
Yeah, popular demand and not the sudden mysterious disappearance of one of the players.
No, you were not
Uh,
impressed. You were not like impressed into this show or like shanghaied in any way, right?
no,
No.
exactly.
That was last night.
Yeah.
In no way am I ever. I'm not blinking Morse code. Anyway, I am DoctorWreckage. I enjoy showing up on Eric's channel. I love every game I play with him. In this game, I cameo as Aedric Aaron, Apparition Aficionado, um, because I am the Whisperer, the kind of guy who does the ghost stuffs, and means that this this filler episode perhaps will be more ghost related than typical.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it. Let's do a quick little like previously on. This is a hack I've done for the game where I stole it from Torchbearer. One of the players can go ahead and do the previously on and recap what's been said and what's happened. And in return for doing that, you can recover 1 point of stress. So who wants to do that?
My stress is perfect at 6 right now, and we're going to be going into downtime, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So, Sarah, did you do it last time?
I don't remember because it was 2 weeks ago.
I think you did do it last time, Seer.
All right. Well,
Okay.
then I guess we're just gonna let Kelsa maybe overindulge.
Well, you can do it. You don't
Fine.
have to
Yeah.
recover stress. You don't
Yeah.
have to if it's so bad. Yeah. And hey, Asteyni
I can
showed up in
choose- I
chat.
can choose not to.
Asteyni's our third player normally, but she's feeling a little under the weather. So we told her to take the week off, relax. What the hell is relax? What the fuck, Eric? Relax, recuperate, enjoy your time, and thanks for tuning in. So cheers. Hey. Okay.
So last week, we were trying to set up, for like a party that we were inviting people to,
Mhm.
and we took a moment to be like break up with the billhooks, you know, and because we're like, hey guys, I know we're friends and all, but actually we really don't want you at our party. And then
But you're like kind of horrible racists.
yeah, you guys are kind of really bad, like horrible racists.
Yeah, they really
and,
are, aren't they?
and they really are. And we're like, no offense, but we really don't want to be associated with you. And then they were like, well, in that case, we're not friends anymore. And we're like, eh. And then Seer got kidnapped. And we all went to go visit him. Oh, what was his name? Miguel? Raphael?
Yeah, it was
something?
Miguel probably.
Miguel. We
If I
also...
think who you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. We also met up with a representative from the Hive who has been providing us with very high quality drugs to sell at our tea house. And when we said, hey, look, we want to associate ourselves with you and not the racist pricks that are our current friends. And they were like, well, we've had this guy watching you for a while, and so now we're just going to have him come out into the open and watch you instead of kind of watching you from the shadows. And that's Miguel. And then when we went to go save Seer, he came with us. And we were... who was he kidnapped by?
It was by a Scovelander named.
Was it Ulf
Iron.
Ironborn himself? Yeah.
Yep.
Kidnapped by Ulf Ironborn himself. And so we went to go save him. At the same time, the billhooks attacked. And I took that as an opportunity to kill a bunch of people, and was not very discriminate as to if it was billhooks or Ulf's Ironhook's people, Ironborn, whatever.
No, you weren't really
Ironhook-
discriminating about it.
Ironhook's the prison, and me
Ironborn
and
is what you were thinking, yeah.
yeah. Ironhook's the prison. Ulf Iron. Anyway, I can't talk. I have coffee. I'll need to drink it in a second. Maybe it'll make more sense. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling, but that's the kind of the synopsis. We wound up getting away, but just barely, and the place exploded. Yeah, that was how that went.
Yeah, that's about right. Cool. Well, you have the opportunity to reward yourself 1 stress if you wanted to, or no, deduct 1 self. Don't give yourself 1 stress for that. That would be ridiculous. But hey, whatever you want to do. You're at 6, which is really hard. But let's jump into downtime then, right?
Perfect. So I'm gonna take it anyway, and then, I mean, the worst thing that can happen is I just go off for a little while.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
Cool.
Totally.
So for downtime, I actually, in addition to recovering stress, need to take a moment to rest because I have 2 different level 1 conditions that'll just go away if I take a recover action. So I'd actually like to start with that and just like have like a scene of like taking a bubble bath at the tea house or something. Like, um, because that's obviously a service that we offer. Um,
I did not
uh,
know that your guys' base, the Painted Lady, uh,
mhm.
also serves and doubles as a bath, or is it just like you guys have a fancy bathroom in the
I mean, we
place?
have a fancy bathroom.
Okay.
It's not one of this. It's probably use of it. It's not a service
Oh
that we
yeah,
offer. It's for our personal use and for our ladies
yeah,
to clean
yeah,
up
yeah. I
in.
bet you. Okay, so then probably the first scene we see, um, before you go ahead and roll, it's like we see the line of
I don't
ladies
even have to
waiting to use
roll
the
on this.
bathroom, and there's just an occupied sign, and we see you in like the bubble bathroom or whatever, recovering. So yeah, go
Yes,
ahead and
perfect.
do that for your first
I don't
action
actually
here.
have to recover. I don't have to roll anything to recover for
No, I thought you do because it. Oh wait, the level 1 harm, so it doesn't
is
matter.
level 1 harm. It just
Normally,
goes
you would have to roll to see the effect of the clocks that you would heal. That's right. You're
correct,
completely
but
right.
there's no snow clock.
Yeah, great, 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 excellent, cool. So let's go ahead and do some more scenes. Before Wreckage, I'm sure you have a couple questions about how this works, and I'll get to you in a second. But let's go over and see what Seer wants to do.
Well, I also have level 1 harm. So I'm in the bubble bath with Jewel, I guess.
Yeah,
Who says you're invited?
I
I mean,
mean,
I just
if that's going to be
so
the case, I think we need to see a little bit more of the scene leading up to that because I don't. Cat, I love you. Stop that.
Cat, I
Uh,
love you, but I'm not in love with you.
yeah, that's kind of how that works. Today, the part of Mr. Bubbles will be played by Winter because apparently she needs to sit right here. Yeah, so I mean, if you want to join Jewel in the bubble bath, I need to hear a little bit more of how that goes down.
um, I mean, he just knocks and comes in.
Like past the line of other ladies waiting to use the bathroom and just
Like, yeah,
use the baths and just like
has
I'm
like
picturing.
flip flops on.
uh yeah, I feel like that's a big fat no. Like you get a wet towel thrown in your face.
Like,
Very anime.
that's very nice.
and then Seer's like, hey, can we?
Excuse me. I'm
Seer was
busy.
Zonalar. Seer was in the bath all along.
And it's like, hey, can we like talk? Maybe. I know I haven't, talked to you guys a lot lately, but
Fine, what do you want? Close the door.
sure. Like,
I
so,
assume the bathroom's like very like Victorian. You know what I mean? It has that.
It has like a really deep like hip tub with like little feet on it, you know?
Oh yeah, it's one of those raised baths.
Mm-hmm.
But what is
And
the
like when
term?
you're sitting in it, like you're sitting in it and like the tub goes all the way up to like your armpits, you know, with your butt in the bottom. It's tall.
Yeah, the basin's very very deep. My
Mm-hmm.
question is, I'm failing at remembering the name of the term for that classic Victorian wallpaper that's has the floral kind of pattern across it, or like the fleur de lis kind of pattern that goes across the entire wall. It's typically in almost like velvet. There's a term for that. I just don't remember the name of it, but I assume your bathroom has that going around it with sort of the
Sure.
trimmings and things around.
yeah,
Very
and it's like
cheap,
super
but
steamy, and there's
yeah,
like this tiny window for ventilation, like in the corner.
yeah. So it's
Mm-hmm,
super
mm-hmm.
steamy. Go ahead. Brocade, I think. I think it's brocade.
That's a type of like
Clawfoot tub is
cloth.
also the name of that thing. Thank you, Xenolar.
Yeah, clawfoot tub,
Yes,
totally.
that's exactly what it is.
It's definitely that thing right there.
Okay, perfect. All right, so let's have this chat.
Uh, all right. So Sierra's like, I'm just worried about. I mean, you weren't there, but that ghost and its symbiote, whatever the fuck. Like, that's pretty fucked up, and I think it fucked me up.
What do you mean?
And he's like unbuttoning his shirt, and he like, and you know, maybe like for the audience, it's like, but he's like showing you like he has these burns on him, and they're like, you know, they're physically healed, but they still like show up, and it looks like pretty nasty. But then he says, "Now watch this," and like it's like he concentrates a little, and they start like glowing and smoking like just a tiny bit.
That's not right.
You're goddamn right. It's not right.
What do you want to do about it?
I don't know. Like, we have to get one of those symbiotes, I guess, and find out what they do. Like, Aedric didn't know shit about him, I think.
Or maybe we can talk to him again. From the way that Vale was talking about him, it seemed that he knew what he was talking about. Say he didn't? He solved your problem, didn't he?
Yeah, like it's good with ghosts, but like this is not ghost shit, right?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is.
I don't know. I think we have to go outside the fence.
I don't like that plan, but I'll do it.
All right. And then I take off my pants and slip in the bath with you.
Okay, scene.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay, so now Wreckage.
Hi.
Hey, welcome. Since we were in downtime, and for purposes of the show, you're part of the crew formally. You have downtime actions. As I mentioned, that we're on page 37 of the book. There's a quick little shorthand list of all the different things we can do.
Yes, the book that I definitely still have. Hold on a second.
So while you're looking it up, I can read you some options.
I definitely don't have this book anymore.
That's fair. I'll give you it in a second.
Okay.
You have to indulge me here and tell me what while you're coming up with
It's
your
also
first
on
move.
Rules Reference 2, a handout in Rule 20.
Oh, perfect.
There we go. Perfect. That's what I was going to send over anyways.
Yeah,
See,
all right,
look,
downtime.
this is how smart I am. I prep for things that I just forget about that I prepped for these contingencies. So let me bring it up on screen so everyone can see this. So here's a reference handout. It's Rules Reference 2. It's called Downtime. It's the 4th section here, and there's a bunch of different options. I think there's a total of 7. You have 2 options that you can do for free. Anything else will also cost you a coin.
Gotcha.
So the first option will be recovering. The first option is recovering your stress. Your stress, as we know, is sort of like your hit points for the game. It's not necessarily harm, but it's your ability to handle and push yourself and deal with things that come up.
Yep.
Yep. And the next one is recovering actual harm.
Right.
Following that is working on a long-term project. So if you have anything that you want to do, say you have a mentor that you're trying to work for and trying to do something along with those lines, that would be an option of working on it. The other thing would be acquiring an asset of some kind. We would talk about the asset, talk about what that is, and maybe do a scene about it. The next thing would be just practicing and leveling up your guy based on giving yourself XP based on what you're doing. 2 other things to do would be reducing heat of the crew. So like reducing your warning level if this was playing GTA, like removing those stars.
Yep.
Or gathering information. So if you have, so that's kind of like acquiring an asset, only it's acquiring information. Especially if you're interested in doing something along the lines of a long-term heist or something like that against a faction that you really care about, something like that.
Yep. Okay. So which one of these would I want to spend on creating my ritual, or is none of those appropriate?
You already have that ritual. right?
The new one?
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I guess I will. Well, let's do some role playing. You and I, Eric Vulgaris. Um,
Sure. Let's do it. What's up?
well, let's talk about me and that ritual. So what ended up happening was I took. For those of you who recall the episode when we destroyed the super ghost, its burned shadow was left in the sewers beneath their is it a bathhouse now, I guess.
No,
it they're
they're tea house.
Bath
they're
slash
they're
tea slash whore
It's still it's the painted lady. It's a tea house crossed with bedroom room service.
it's a place. It's there is a house in New Orleans and it's called the Painted Lady. So it left a shadow in the sewer and the ground, like scorched into the earth. And I collected that shadow. I scraped it off of the sewer floor and bottled it.
Yeah, I remember that permanent shadow.
And I've been experimenting with that substance. And what I've been trying to do, because it made the ghost stronger, right? I've been trying, but it also like made it like hyper evil or whatever. Like it was a corrupting influence. So I've been trying to distill the substance for so the back of my shop is like full Frankensteinian alchemy right now with like evaporation distillation and condensation distillation and all those so for some reason there's electricity arcing between two Tesla coils that has nothing to do with chemistry whatsoever, or maybe it does with ghost chemistry. Maybe I'm electro distilling a ghost substance. And what I was trying to do is to distill the substance so that you would have something that would make a ghost stronger but not corrupt them.
Mm-hmm.
And what I ended up with instead was a drink that a human can consume to gain ghost abilities for a temporary period of time.
Yeah, that sounds super good.
But what I don't know is whether or not I've removed the corrupting influence. And so what I'm going to do with my downtime, I'm going to try and gather some intel, some info, to see if I can't hear more about who or what might be capable of having done to the ghost what was done to them. If it might be...
Oh, yeah, there's definitely some options here for you.
Yeah, if it might be some organization or individual who did this originally.
Yeah, well, here's a cool thing to do. That's that we can bring up as part of the game. So when you want to gather information, for here particularly, you're going to be telling us what sort of your action role is here, and this is going to help you kind of determine based on your role how successful you are at doing so. When you're doing a gather information role, you actually gain a bonus die if you consult with one of your friends or someone on your record sheet. In terms of notables, people that you know, your contacts.
Yeah. So
That's
I guess
important to keep in mind. But otherwise, I already immediately have a person in mind that would know something like this.
is it my mentor?
No.
No. Okay. Well, I'd be happy to hear your suggestion then, because I was going to turn to my mentor.
So, okay, I'm gonna give you who this is, and then I want you to tell me how you know this person or how you track them down. Is that fair?
Okay, that's fair.
And then I want to know what the scene kind of looks like. Okay, but this is just kind of set up real quick. The Hooded Proprietor. So this is over in the docks.
Yep.
And kind of the best way to think about it is this guy is kind of like a priest of the drowned god, from Game of Thrones. If that gives you an idea of what this type of person is, they live in a flooded out basement in one of the shanty places on the docks. So like there's an ink black water kind of comes in with the tides or whatever, and they just like kind of just hang around him, and this guy and this acolytes kind of just hang out in this basement. They let their feet like get hit with the water raw and stuff like that.
So he's a creepy cultist, is
yeah,
what you're telling me.
Creepy cultist, dude. Super creepy cultist. The other weird thing is that the basement. You've heard that the basement's larger than it appears, but you know there's weird rumors. You hear that he does weird sacrifices to people. He also hears that he can help you, you know, like midwifery kind of stuff. I'm saying he maybe because he goes by he, but you also heard it's she. Like it's ambiguous who this person is. You just know they're the hooded proprietor is the name of this person.
Well, I know. Here's how I know about them. In my time in college, when my mentor was still a respected member
Back in
of,
college.
this is in college is where you get all your real life connections. That's actually all it's good for. Your degree is toilet paper. Anyway, you go back in college when my mentor was still a respected member of the academic bureaucracy, and I was studying spectrology under him. I was going for extra credit study sessions. You know, I was a star pupil. Obviously, I'm his protege, his prodigy. When I was going to like an extra credit session with him, the hooded proprietor was meeting with him secretly in his office, and I stumbled in on the meeting. And you know, like the hooded proprietor left in a hurry, unspoken excuse sort of thing. And then I drilled my mentor for what he would tell me about this person, and I didn't get much. But there was this sort of it was this sort of like, well, in our business we have to be open-minded to many
Cool.
sources, many perspectives, and this man's just another, and he's gone, he's dead, he's and so like I put that in the back of my
Rip Liefington?
Yeah, Liefington's gone forever. I just sacrificed him to the drowned god.
He does. So just to be clear, though, the hooded proprietor doesn't. There's no drowned god in the game. I just made that analog to.
I know
what he does,
but
okay.
I'm also just making that analog.
Okay, perfect. I know
it's the stand-in for whatever he actually worships. Yeah. Until we
know it's spooky.
Woo!
Yeah. Here's a question for you then. Here's the last question before we can do the scene real quick, because I feel like this is plenty of setup for this. Does this guy, or does this person, does the hooded proprietor make house calls?
No, I've had to find him.
Okay, that's all. All right. Yeah. So then we're in the docks. We are in the basement place. The basement. So you basically had to walk from. Let me bring over the map again, just so we can see it. I have the rules reference in the way. So we're started at the Painted Lady, and you have to walk all the way through city, through Charter Hall.
Well, I'm a little closer. I'm a little closer.
You are a little closer.
I'm a couple blocks closer than that. I like how we put it on the map, though. That makes me happy.
Yeah. Of course. You earned that. Let's see. Looking for a small little house on the pier I can throw on the map to show us where this is. I'll worry about it in a little bit. But anyways, so you're in the docks. You're very close to the water. You're walking there. You see, the closer you get to the docks, it's very weird how the city kind of shifts when you get to the docks. We start to see more conflicted streets based on, you see something that says like no scovies, or like you see more and more like kind of like racist kind of things about where Scovilers can and cannot go, especially when you get to the docks. You see a lot of like people sleeping on the streets. You see a lot of people more like news people talking about, the menaces, various conflicts throughout the city, all that heated kind of racist kind of stuff. It's very uncomfortable. It actually makes you feel like the Six Towers is safe, which is weird.
I mean, the Six Towers is comparatively safe.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've got like the.
There's a lot more Death Seeker crows here too. Hey, welcome back, Seer. Can you guys just do me a quick favor? Can everybody turn off their cameras and then Seer turn on their camera first, then Wreckage, then Kelsa?
Okay, hold on a second. Stop video. So Seer, then Wreckage, then Kelsa.
Thank you. That
All right.
fixes the order. Appreciate it. So
Like
yeah,
it was never even
let's go
wrong.
ahead. Let's go ahead and do this, okay? So like we see you walking through, you see the bunch of like the crows. Like instead of there's being seagulls in the city, there's just more dead secret crows in the docks than kind of anywhere right now. It's very dirty. It smells a lot, and that's saying something for Doskvol, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, we do that. That's a little like vignette scene in the boat. Then we
Yeah,
cut
no,
to,
it's
we
me
cut to the
walking
basement. And you
through,
go down
like-
the stairs, right? Yeah.
Yeah, conjuring up my back more on the thing, and then finally
Yeah,
I come
so-
to like the purported place of the hooded proprietor, and it's probably like
Yeah.
knock knock, or knock 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 knock.
There's 3 people in this basement, and they all look at you, and they all seem to say, and you can't tell which one it is. It sounds like they're all saying it, but they're like, "Welcome." There's 3 people. They look identical in these cowls and these robes that look like netting, crossed with like knitted cowls and like cloaks. On their belt are like fishing implements. You see that their stuff kind of comes down to like their knees, and then it's just like their bare pale skin. It looks like there's like tattoos, or is that like algae on their feet? You don't know. And they're kind of standing there. There's like this ink black water. You're coming down the stairs. You haven't entered the water yet. Then they say welcome.
I say, hello.
It's really dark down here. There's no lights. They just hang out in the darkness, like in this line. It's really weird. Like the only light you get to see them is from the light above coming down on you.
Like through the cracks in the floorboards, maybe.
Yeah,
even,
exactly, like through the floorboards and stuff.
I'm here to see the hooded proprietor.
We are the hooded proprietor. How can we help you?
I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm willing to go with this. I've encountered an entity that is inexplicable. I hear that the hooded proprietor may have a more expansive perspective.
There are many unknowns. Many unknown entities. Things from beyond. Things from here. Things in people's hearts. Tell us and we may share with what we know.
I like open my jacket and reveal, or in so doing I reveal all of my sort of whisper equipment, my charms and etc. So they first would know, okay, this guy's a ghost expert, right? But they would also see very clearly the like canister where I've distilled the shadow, and it's probably like shadowing in the shadow, like it's there, and it draws attention to itself.
Totally.
And perhaps there's even an unspoken, like, this is what I'm here about, sort of look.
Do you wade it in the water and bring it over to them? Do you hand it to them?
Does it look like that's what
You
they
don't hand it
want?
You don't know. They haven't moved. They just stand there. But they're like,
Yeah, I don't
nice
move
to
until
you.
they move.
They
So
don't move.
I'm
They just sit there. They don't see what it is. They're like, if you don't do anything, they're like, bring it closer.
yeah,
I sense a
will.
dark
I mean,
presence in what you have, but bring it close.
I'm wearing Wellingtons, so I'm perfectly capable of wading in to the water, and I will get close enough that I can get a good look at them as well, and I will take the canister like off of the loop in my coat and hold it in front of them, but not necessarily hand it to them.
Okay. A skeletal, like a skeletally thin, not actual bone, but there's old white pale skin, with like the old like light bluish kind of like pustules or moles, and like these thin gray white hairs. Like this hand reaches beneath from this cloak and kind of like goes to grab the shadow essence that you have. Do you let it? You don't let it grab it, do you?
I'll let him touch it, but if he pulls back,
Oh, so
like,
he pulls it back from you. What do you do?
that's when I hold fast and it's like, this is mine. I want to know what it is.
The other, the one that grabbed it doesn't let go, and then the other two put their hands on it, and they say, "Please, we must insist that we look at this. You must let go."
I mean, yeah, I let go.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. So go ahead and make your roll here to see what we get out of this, right? I feel like it's time for a roll.
Real
So-
fast.
What's up?
Is Aedric part of our crew?
Yeah, for purposes of the game, he's part of a crew.
So you get to mark one more die in either command, consort, or sway because we have silver tongues.
okay, that's nice. I'm wondering if I can't argue a tune here.
Sure.
I'm wondering if these people won't sit like I'm wondering if the hooded proprietor cares about how.
No, this sounds like tune risky standard effect. Go ahead and roll your tune.
Okay.
I dig a tune here. It makes sense based on what you guys are talking about. Based on the I imagine you were doing some kind of like Eldritch techno babble. That's
Yeah,
fine,
it's like
right?
if I impress them enough, then
Yeah, you're basically impressing them with your knowledge already about the stuff of attuned skills. So you're kind of exposing the void here, and they're going to do the same, touching it. So you're gonna see some creepy shit. Okay, you got a 5, right? Awesome.
Yep.
5's pretty good, right? You succeed, but there's a twist. So specifically for a downtime action, though, it behaves just a little bit differently. That I just want to make sure I have it right. Yeah, you have a standard quality effect for doing this. Okay. You see the
The other thing was that if it was about City's Elite, you get one die. But I don't think this is City's Elite.
No, this is not.
No.
This is totally fine. So, hey, what's up, MTO? So here's what happens. Here's what we see. We see the hands go on this essence, this vial that has this shadow in it, right? You see the cowls underneath, like the faces. Think of like Nazgul, where like you can't see their face; it's just like blackness, right? But then you see like it glows inside. It radiates this this pulsing blackness, this void inside their cowl, inside their shawls, and they go, "Ooh, this is a blessing from below." Yes, well, this is very powerful. They tell you that this is somebody died with a very, very strong emotion. Something, an emotion that attracted something that lives far, far below, a force you would not know, my child. And they like, oh, this is important.
So it happened of its own accord. No one did this. It's sort of my follow-up question.
They say in a unified voice of 3. They say, not no one thing did this.
Yes, interesting.
They say a Leviathan. And they're like, Leviathan.
A Leviathan did this. Fascinating. So I'm like, are they getting way too into my jar of shadow stuff?
No. Yeah, actually, they start to try to like open the essence thing because
It's a
they want
good
it.
thing they don't know how.
Yeah. They're trying really bad, but they're frail and they can't get the. It's not made for like elderly safe, so it's really hard to open. So they can't.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put a hand back on it and like just apply a little bit of pressure to pulling it away and see if they give it up.
They let go. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a strong, like, it feels like a magnetic pool. Like you got to tug real quick, and then like it gets off them, and then you see like that void kind of pulsing, kind of turn off. And if you were of a lesser will or lesser mind, that might have been like a spooky thing to accomplish. But in your line of work, it's kind of standard. So
here's what I do. I say, thank you very much for the information, hooded proprietor. Take out my business card. Eric, apparition aficionado. I place it on like something that
There's
isn't.
nothing. There's nothing.
There's
Just water.
it's not even like a shelf on the wall.
No.
No, so it's okay.
You put it in a glass bottle and then you float it.
No, I put it in like a crack in the woodwork, like just like
Like
stick
a
it
bottle
there.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, like just like and there. That's my
Yeah.
card. I will.
You're in a flooded basement on the docks, right?
Yeah, so this is my card. If you ever need information, I will most likely be doing business with you in the future. Good day. And I like start leaving.
They don't say
Cautiously.
bye. They just stay there. They just stand there like statues, kind of just in this water. They're like they just
Sort of shake
no,
heads.
not yeah. Like, I mean, they don't
All
say
right.
it. No, I think they do say it. I think their farewell is like the tide takes everyone. That's it.
Yes, it
That's
does.
all.
If they're at sea. Anyway, and I leave without saying anything else, and like quickly back to Six Towers.
Yeah.
You know,
Your feet,
as if.
your feet do that squishy thing with the boots because they're waterlogged. You know.
Oh well,
Sucks.
I certainly I take my Wellingtons off and like dump the water out, and also I make sure that I'm not
you?
growing algae on my feet.
Oh yeah, you don't. There's no algae or anything like that on your feet.
Uh,
But
Okay, it's not magic water.
You don't walk home. You don't walk home through the streets of Doskvol without shoes, do you?
No, I put the shoes back on,
Okay.
but I did the
I
did
was
the
checking. Just
Princess
checking.
Bride emptying the boot of rocks sort of thing. Like
Okay, perfect.
There's
Okay,
like
cool, cool.
like
Yeah.
5 liters
Thanks.
of water and
like a snail comes out. You're like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
It's like one of those scenes where you tip over the boot
Right.
and start dumping water out of it, and like way more water comes out than could have been
So-
in the boot in the first
yeah.
place.
Good scene. So like technically in Blades, we could have been like, yeah, we just cut there. Okay, what do you want to learn? And you ask me a question and then roll. But instead, I wanted to do a role play scene. And thank you for indulging me. That was fun. So let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do
Yeah.
let's do the next round for downtime stuff. I
All
feel like doing more scenes. And like people do downtime in different ways, and sometimes it's super fast, and we go back to a heist and stuff. But I don't know. I feel like taking downtime at a little bit slower today. So if you guys want to indulge me, that'd be cool. But if not,
I'm
that's cool
totally
too.
fine
Let me
with
know.
that.
Yeah.
Thinking about downtime, I need to indulge my vice, and I would like to invite my good friend, at least no longer enemy, to come with me.
Yeah, you bring Casta along to
Yeah.
Your favorite shop.
Yeah, Casta and I are gonna go for Lizard on a Stick in our for some traditional Dagger Island food. What's the name of this place?
Oh, we have a name. For it.
The Golden Plum. Yes, by Chef Rosaline. I owe her a favor too, don't I?
You do.
Maybe
That's
ask
still
her.
outstanding.
Maybe I'll ask her if she needs me, if she'd like to call on that, if she has anything that needs doing.
We'll see.
Okay. So yeah, me and
Yeah.
Costa are going out to dinner.
Yep. Okay. Let's do that. This is kind of like your regular place. Do you have a regular table by now?
Yeah, I think so. Probably.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you have a regular table.
Totally.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely do. So let's go ahead and look at that, right? So it's Chef Roselle. Chef Roselle brings.
Is it in the bag so it's really private, or is it in? Sorry, my internet is crapping out today.
No.
Yeah, it's okay. That was really cool. You just you all of a sudden went to do this like thing. Oh man,
You entered the ghost field for a second.
So I don't know if you heard my question, but is it like in the back so it's really private, or is it like in the front so you see like all the other people from the Dagger Isles that maybe you know, maybe you don't know, or like at least you have something in common together, right?
I figure it's probably somewhere like along the back wall where I can see people coming in, but they're not going to see me very well. Like I can sit at the back with my back to a wall and I've got a good view out of the rest of the restaurant, but that it's fairly unobtrusive for somebody else to see me.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty nice thing. Casta's. I mean, Cass is one of those types of people who would really enjoy kind of going to another place, but this food's really good and it's our favorite spot. So let's go, right?
I mean, maybe she could talk me into going somewhere else, but this is for me.
Yeah, that's
she's
true too.
she's invited along, but really this is for me. So, you want me to?
Castle lets you in on something while you guys while you're hanging out.
Yeah.
She lets you in that she might have gotten wind of a good heist. You know, she's been spending so much time away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you gotten wind of?
Go ahead and do your vice roll first.
Oh, okay. If I hit indulge vice, does it give me the option to add an extra die? Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Perfect. Bollocks. I knew I shouldn't have taken that. All right, fine. I've overindulged. This is gonna. I mean, no, it's good. It's fine.
Cool. So let's talk about this real quick. Let's talk about what Let's talk about what overindulging means for your vice. So do you want to remind us real quick about what overindulging means and what
overindulging means that you make a bad call because of your vice in acquiring it or while under its influence. What did you do?
What did you do?
I choose. I can attract trouble or re-roll an additional entanglement. I can talk big and add 2 heat to the gang. I can become lost and play a different character for the next heist, and then we'll return later. Or I can be tapped and my current purveyor of vice cuts me off. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe I ask Casca this, and like Rosaline comes by and is like, I thought you owed me a favor, and now you're gonna do her favors. What the hell? Get out.
After your meal?
Yeah. Like,
okay, so now you're cut
off. So yeah, like now I'm cut off. Like I was supposed to do her a favor, but now she hears me talking about doing something else before getting her favor. Like I meant to get her favor, but now she's pissed off. So, you know.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm definitely gonna have to do that favor for her, like soon. But she doesn't want to talk to me right now. So
like the only place you can get good lizards on good sticks.
I know, right?
It's the
Everybody
only
wants
place
to
that
use,
does it right, that gets the char just right.
You get the char just right. I mean, you have to use like a yew stick. Like other people play, they use bamboo, and like, what are you even thinking?
No, it's gotta be the yew.
What are they thinking?
Right.
Amateurs.
Totally amateurs. So yeah, I think I'm getting cut off here.
Oh, that sucks.
Sucks.
Okay. That's super bummer. Okay. I think Casta is kind of pissed. Like, man, I like that place.
Look, I'm sorry. Look, I owe her a favor, and well, now I don't think I can do it for her. Maybe you can talk to her, mend that bridge.
You think so? She seemed pretty pissed at me too.
Fine.
Man,
I'll send somebody else.
No, the lizard in the stick is too damn good. We got to. I'll do this for you.
All right.
'Cause you've been so sweet to me.
Oh.
She Okay, I mean, we're not going to see the resolution of this yet in this scene. So
Right. Awesome.
Cool. Let's do some more downtime.
Do we hear about whatever Casta had, or is that also falling through?
Why do you want to is your scene dependent on that?
No, I'm just curious because like that was being set up, and then suddenly people are getting kicked out of restaurants.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if we get resolution to that part too, or not.
No, there's definitely if you want, I'll give you that. I'll give you guys that one if you want, because this might change what you guys want to do for downtime. Maybe she told you this over dinner, and then maybe this was the point when you heard, and that's when you got kicked out, right? So let's just say you heard.
Yeah,
this.
like she was telling me about this job, and I was like, yeah, I'm on board. Like, and then that's when Rosalind's like, "What about my job? No, get the fuck out."
Yeah, right. There's a shipment inbound to the night market from the docks
Mhm.
by means of the docks into Crow's Foot, up through Charter Hall, through Coleridge, into Night Market. It's a convoy. It's getting set up for a. The reason why. All right, there's many reasons why the night market's called the night market. One of them is because there is a very big, prominent. Uh, what's month? I guess monthly would be the thing. I was going by month. There's a monthly festival where it's called it's like a rooftop festival where you get basically any sort of like illegal kind of goods and vices kind of happen once a month. It's not run by the Hive, but apparently the Hive has some kind of like connection to it. But it's not really sure what. Apparently there are some very, very expensive artifacts being shipped from the docks over to the night market. We don't know where they're particularly from, but they were actually moved by way of the Lost District by boat down into the docks, and so they're artifacts from the Lost District being moved and sold into the night market here. By what you understand is that there's going to be a convoy in a couple days, and if you play it right, you could plan a place to hit it and make off with the goods before the festival, before they're able to be sold.
That sounds like a good deal. We should go back and tell Sarah about it. I feel like
Can I let me I realize I should give you the name of the thing that's the most valuable artifact, right?
yeah, if you've got a name for me.
No, it's the eye.
Just the eye, not like so and so's eye or the eye of blah blah blah.
Well, I mean it's the eye of Kotar, but you probably don't know what that mean is.
Okay.
Right? You probably don't know what that name means.
I mean, we can research that.
It's like
Okay.
a video game, right?
Yeah. Right? No big deal.
Video game.
Yeah, it's a black bazaar, and it happens on Fridays.
You can't just ask why a bazaar is black. Oh my god.
So yeah, like
the alliteration.
I think I would have been like kind of excited about this and be like, yeah, we should go tell Sierra about this, but I feel like Vale would say it's a bad idea. Maybe we shouldn't tell her. Yeah, and then we get kicked out, and then go back, and I'm like, Sierra, we need to talk.
Yeah, sure. I don't know why you're interrupting me while I'm taking my bath, but all right.
Scene.
Right?
That scene reversal. Okay.
Right?
Cool.
And I will tell you all of those things.
Yeah. Like I mean, like Seer is like a hell yes guy for all these things, right? Like you come there and it's like, oh yeah, hell yeah, we can do that. Like easy, we can knock it over there, and like there's probably no one around most of the time.
I'm very excited I make it to kill people.
Sure, you also may kill people, but you probably shouldn't.
Can I maim them?
I guess.
Brilliant. And that's when she slips in the bath. Like, that's awkward, whatever. No.
The power play.
Yeah. So with that's a cool idea. Maybe we want to talk to your good friend Aedric about what this eye thing might be. It seems kind of spoopy. He seems like the kind of guy that knows about spoopy stuff.
I'm so spoopy.
Yeah.
I'm the spoopiest.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I totally right now. I'm probably Aedric because we met one time. Like occasionally, like you get like, hey, it's here again. We should totally do this like super crazy thing that's like totally not for you. And it's like
I slam the door in your face every time.
Yeah, right. Like supposedly every time it's a foolproof plan, and we're gonna get rich, like super rich. But this time, We have
This time we're definitely gonna get rich.
a crazy artifact. That
Yeah. Do you want to do your own downtime?
Yeah, I've got one more downtime to do.
You
Yeah, I
do.
think
You have one
Sierra
more
does
downtime.
too.
yeah.
Then we can go talk to you.
I'm going to train again.
Rad.
Now,
What are you
remind
training
me
in?
what happens when I do that.
Okay.
So, what are you training? If you look on the crew character sheet, you will see on the crew page at the middle, we have resolve training. So, if you want to train resolve, you get 2 ticks towards resolve,
Done.
and if you want to train anything else, you get 1 tick.
Done.
All right, that was easy.
Awesome. Easy. Cool. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and do this, guys. Let's jump on.
Sierra still has one more downtime.
I get one more.
Oh, I thought that's right. What do you want to do?
No. I'm not sure if this is like acquire asset or gather info of like.
What's your
knowing
intention? And then maybe
further.
we can help work backwards from there. What are you trying to do?
All right. So I'm trying to find out like the route they're gonna take, right?
Yeah.
Like
that
they're
makes
trying
sense.
to smuggle it in. Like it has to be like some sort of route, and it would be an asset because we would theoretically know exactly where they are all of the time.
How about this
Or
way?
I
You want to
guess it
map.
would
You want to
be-
map their route. Therefore, that's an asset in way of information, right? Essentially.
Right?
Otherwise, if you want to get the information, it might just be gather information by like overhearing it or something like that, right?
Yeah.
It's your okay. So that would be like the task, and that would be based on you. But your intention of getting information for the route, it sounds awesome. So let's go with that, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, let's see a scene like this. Do you already have something in mind of how you're gonna get it, or do you want to need some help here, and I can lug you around to get that done?
I have no idea how I would get it. I would probably go to the people who I know that transport things, which are the canal dockers. They may be familiar with moving stuff, even
Yeah, but
though
how are you
Pogo,
gonna do that?
even though Pogo totally died.
Your point of contact with them died.
Yeah,
He got
but, like,
blown the
they're-
fuck up by a grenade.
like we didn't only ever meet Pogo, right? Like even if he was like homies with us, I would still know other guys.
Okay. All right. All right.
And I think that would be like my
Give me-
point of entry, and then I just take it wherever, right? If they're like, and then
I
I'd
think
be
this
like, all right, let's
is.
try these other guys.
I think this is an acquire asset roll.
It is. All right.
I think so.
So let's
Roll the
we have to
cruise
roll the
tier.
cruise tier. Is there a button for that, or just the die 6 because we're tier 1?
I think we're 1, so I think just roll a d6.
All right. And if I wanted to spend coin on it to upgrade it, do I do that after the roll or before the roll?
You can do that after the roll. You can do it retroactively.
Oh, I didn't even need it.
Why do you need to? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the asset, you get the map from. You get an informant from the canal dockers because they're going to be using the canals. I feel like maybe they know the route that they're going to take by way. So I feel like it probably like through boat is actually the way they're going to do it. So they're going to load the stuff up from the docks. They're going to use this instead of going by with way of through Crow's Foot. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to modify that a little slightly.
Sure.
You know that they go through the sewers. They go through the deep canals beneath the city streets. Long time ago, when Doskvol still had sun, there was a canal network that sort of served as like a subway, but now it's like flooded out, and it's been lost for forever. Very few people know what tunnels work. Some of them don't. The tunnels that connect beneath the Painted Lady are actually could be considered part of that, especially the really deep part. Remember how I said there's a really deep water canal thing? And there's a lot of like balconies and not vestibules, mezzanines going across it. That's what I'm referring to. So you actually have a small little part that's around. So yeah, there's this thing underneath, and they're going to be using that by way of that. The canal doctors know a little bit about it.
And I totally get a map of
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, they gave you the map that details their path through the docks, through Crow's Foot, up through Charter Hall, through Coleridge to the night market.
like the canal dockers are like super helping me because they're kind of like in their turf.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like if there's anybody who would know most about that stuff, it would be probably the canal doctors. So, yeah.
But it's not them; it's someone else, and they're like pissed off. And
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
all right, awesome. So
So you know their route.
know
So
the route.
does anyone else want to do any downtime, or are we going to cut to the heist?
I think we can cut to the heist.
Actually, I'm gonna spend a coin to reduce our heat because I don't want to start a heist with 6 heat. Like
That
that's
sounds
bad
like a good idea. Okay. What are you going to do to reduce your heat? What does it look like?
Like I think it looks like taking like where's the cruise sheet here? Let's see. Laron's our blue coat friend,
Mm-hmm.
and like going over to Laron's and basically telling him, because I wanna command here.
Okay. You want to tell him what?
Tell him that we are a very legitimate business and we have cut all ties with the bill hooks. We're not causing problems, and we do not need anyone looking into our girls. And
Sounds pretty reasonable. Does reduce heat require an ability roll?
That's what I think. It used to be a tier roll, but I'm pretty sure it's now.
No, it's tier. You roll
It
cruise
is
tier.
still tier.
That makes
No.
sense. Okay. So roll tier.
Say how you reduce heat and then roll an action. That's how it is.
No, it says
Yes.
say how you reduce heat, and then roll your cruise tier.
You're looking at an old sheet then.
Oh shit! All right.
That's what it used to be in 7.1. It's not.
Yeah, it's roll an action. You're totally right. Let me make a new print screen of that.
It's cool. It's cool. I know all about versions.
Well played.
So let's roll this command.
Yep.
Do I get my bonus die because of I'm using a friend here?
Yes, of course, because you're using a friendly asset to help you. But thank you for asking, as always.
Okay. There we go. Bam. That's a 6.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Heat.
Easy. Yeah, reduce that shit.
Also, I don't know if you already took off one heat, but we always take off one extra heat if we do the reduce.
No, I hadn't done that yet. So we went from 5 heat down to 1 heat. So I thought we had 6, but I miscounted. So 1 heat is way better place to start than 5. Okay, now I'm ready.
I like so like out of game, like the specter of heat has been over us for a while, but like I've never seen it like take over. So I have no idea how bad it's supposed to be. I'm like every time Eric is like, "Oh, you're gonna get more heat." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, whatever. I don't care."
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like Darkest Dungeon. As long as you keep from actually rolling over into like the stress zone of your guys in Darkest Dungeon, you're totally fine. And you're like, I don't know what the big deal is.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, when you go and you get that first wanted level,
Yeah.
and then things just start getting worse and worse, and it's almost impossible to get rid of it. And just you're like, oh, everything is melting around me. What is going on?
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, let's do our heist now then, right, guys?
Yeah.
All right, so
Sure.
so we're gonna heist and try to lift this Eye of Kotar off this transport.
Hold on. Let's do a scene where they get me on board
Yeah.
because I'm not on board. I'm not like. Maybe I mean I'm gonna be on board, but you got to get me on board.
In the interest of time, because we're gonna go to a break soon. Actually, I'm gonna override you.
Okay, well, I thought it was gonna be interesting. I'm just
fine.
trying to make good TV here.
We can always do a flashback and have you're convinced, because you're gonna be going with us anyways. So we're doing that. Okay. I love
Okay.
you.
Yeah,
I
you're
love
gonna
you, but
come with us, it's fine.
I want to actually get the scene set up, and then after the engagement roll, then we're gonna go to break, and we're gonna come back and see what it's like. Okay. So that's what I want. That's my goal. That's what I want to do here. So let's go ahead and jump at this. So what is your guys' plan here? Remember, there's 6 different types of plans to choose from. Each of
I
those
don't
plans
remember
has,
that.
has a critical detail. You need to tell me what that critical detail is, and then we'll start working from there. So let's.
Okay, so I think we probably want to have. I mean, I'm all for an assault plan, like springing an ambush. We have this map. I mean, is an ambush more of a stealth plan?
Wait a second. Are the listed types of plans not on the crew sheets or not on any playbook? Are they on the rule reference guide pages?
They're on page 16.
Yeah, but
They
are they
are
not in the?
no longer on.
They're not in the reference
No,
sheets.
They are.
Where?
On each playbook, it's
Yeah,
down under planning and
But
load.
playbooks, that doesn't help you on roll 20.
Well, I mean, it helps in my roll 20 where I have all real copies of all the playbooks.
So
It's on page 16. It's not on any of the reference pages that you have there.
So I suppose the big thing is like, do we just want to like kill all those guys in the sewers and then take all their shit?
I mean, that's what I want to do. But Wreckage, you're in on this too. Like, our choices are assault, do violence to a target; deception, lure, trick, or manipulate; stealth, trespass unseen where you are not wanted; occult, confront or exploit a supernatural power; social, negotiate, bargain, or persuade; transport, move something from a place to place. Now, they're doing a transport plan and we're opposing it. I don't feel like we're going to be able to do a social plan here at all. That's just right out.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a cult with a whisper and a leech could happen.
Well, so I've got the power to turn into a ghost, so I could phase through things and take a thing. So just keep
Throw it
that
out
in
there.
mind.
That's pretty cool.
Sure, but that's I
That
don't
only
think
helps
that,
you.
Yeah,
I don't
but
think that really is like the thing of our plan, right? Like,
Maybe. Then I mean, that could just be a detail in the plan, not the whole plan.
right.
Stealth seems legit. Like, okay, I think we're planning an ambush. Like, we have the map, we know where they're going, we know when they're going to be there. So I think we are planning on being at a specific location, like maybe like a blind turn or something that would be good for an ambush.
Yeah.
Or even possibly someplace that is not as good for an ambush, but they'd be less likely to see one coming. You know what I mean? And if we did that, I definitely think it would be a deception where we take a stretch that is terrible for an ambush and set up an ambush there in order to lure them into a false sense of security.
That actually. I'm going to interrupt you here. That sounds like an assault plan, and the point of attack is just this ambush spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
well, what is an ambush then?
It sounds like an assault plan. Like if we were
Let's
like
do an
You're
assault
doing
plan.
violence.
routing them off the path, that would maybe be a deception plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I don't know. I do like ambush. Like,
Well, the ambush would be the assault.
It
the
is.
point of
It's-
attack
you are,
is the
you are
ambush.
ambushing. It's just an assault plan. It's just kind of a stealthy assault plan. That's all.
Uh-huh.
Right? Because you're
So
not
I
like
think
you're not
that's helpful.
trespassing unseen where you're not where you're unwanted. You're just hiding unseen, and you're going to attack at this point. And the point
here's
is
what
this,
I'm
this
thinking.
sort of
We
surprise
just
attack.
push
That's
some
perfect.
boxes over so their cart stops, and then I phase into the thing that's got the thing, and I take it, and we leave. And it is sort of stealthy, and we don't necessarily shoot anybody or anything.
So
Just a thought.
What do you guys want to do? That sounds like a cool plan.
That's a pretty cool plan. I mean, that's a really good plan. And as a player, I like it. Jewel is 100% against it. It's a terrible plan. Isn't going to shoot anybody. There's no mayhem. You know.
I'm
Yes, but I'm not. I am a scholar. I'm not going to sit here and make a kill box and attack some caravan of ne'er-do-wells. I'll get killed.
I feel like while we're having this conversation, I'm like cleaning my guns.
Yes, it's excellent that you have weaponry. That's so good for you. I happen to know what dying is like. Do you?
I have an actual degree in people that died.
I have a degree in dying. Yeah, a theoretical death. Okay,
I plan on not finding out.
Yeah, I think I'm
Nice.
siding with Jewel here, and we're just doing straight up assault.
What a
plan.
great line. Yeah, okay. Assault plan, and the point of attack is going to be the ambush spot in the canals. That's awesome.
Yep.
I think you can sneak in and steal the object while we are blowing shit up.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
So that even if we lose the fight, we can still maybe make it out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm certainly not participating in the fight then.
Disengagement
will-
roll. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we die, you can keep the eye.
Awesome. We're
Whoa!
okay, I think we're in accord here for what that is. So let's talk about the engagement roll and then go to break. I think the engagement roll, based on all the factors in my head right now, and based on all of the traits, I believe it starts at 2 dice. I'm gonna open at 2 dice. So that's an average plan. The target has standard preparations. You have standard preparations against it. Basically, their knowledge of the sewers is negated by your knowledge of the sewers. Their tier kind of gives them a little bit up. So instead of them being weak at 4 dice, I think they're at 2 dice. Unless you want to do something about like a flashback to get why you guys have a better setup and that kind of stuff, I think it's 2 dice. Like, here's your chance to negotiate with that. Otherwise, we're gonna jump in.
Seer, can you have set up some kind of like explosive that we can trigger from a distance, like as the ambush point?
Oh, totally. Like easy, right?
No problem.
I could make that. Yeah.
Yeah, something that we can trigger from far enough away that they wouldn't be able to see or detect us.
I feel like that's not enough to help you with the engagement roll. That would be something that would help. That would be like a setup action for some kind of future thing that we should worry about during the event here. Here are some examples of things that could help you out for a tier for this engagement roll. Right, we're assessing the vulnerability of the target. The target is this caravan of goods, particularly the car or the what do you call the ship in a canal? Gondola.
Gondola.
I mean, if they have an actual gondola, sure.
Yeah, right.
Like the gondola is more defined, I believe, by the fact that it pushes along with a pole.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. But I think they do. I think they do get pushed along with a pole. Because you're in canals and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
they're
what
armed.
would you say?
They're armed and well escorted. The target is kind of prepared for this, in a way, but maybe not for what you guys have in mind with the ghost stuff and things like that. But no, I think this is still be 2 dice. But that's what you were describing. Sounds like an amazing thing to do to like set up your actions and help you and improve when we get to it. Like setting, it's being like I'm gonna flash back and have explosives, or something like that, right?
Could I
A barge.
drop a coin and pay off the blue coat so it where you have like
Yeah.
a better. I mean, no one's gonna just
Like who are we targeting? Like I don't think that was ever very clear.
No, I
Smugglers.
never said who it was.
So do we even know?
No, you just know that the canal people were going there.
Oh, this is an excellent plan. Let's just attack some random people.
sounds like a great plan.
I'm still on board. Let's roll the dice.
Oh, of course. Nothing gets you guys off board.
Who wants to roll the engagement roll? It's a fortune roll with 2 dice. And then we're going to do that, and then we're going to go to a break. And then we're
I'm
going
feeling
to
hot.
start there.
Ooh, 3.
Ouch.
All right, we got a 3. All right, cool. That's awesome. That's not good.
That's
So
super
just
bad.
How
Thanks.
bad is it?
Thanks.
We'll find out after the break, everybody. So we'll see you guys in 5 minutes. Thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll be back for more It's Never Sunny.